What's up, Cowboy family? I'm Coach Young, and welcome to our first edition of our new series that we call Cowboy Call Up, where we use the power of Zoom to contact our returning and future Cowboys to give fans a taste of what's to come this season. First up today, we have Chase Cobb, our lone projected senior for the upcoming season. Chase, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Man, I'm doing swell, just about as swell as I can. So, Chase, we got a couple questions that we just want to ask you just to let the people know what you're up to. So, as far as basketball goes, how do you feel like last season went for you, and what are some things you would like to improve?
I feel like last season went real well. We got to the tournament, which that was one of our goals. We didn't make it as far as we would like to, but with it being my first year at Hardin-Simmons, I feel like it was a good start, and I plan on doing everything I can and do everything the team can to make this next coming season even better.
Nice. Yeah, I felt like you did a really good job adjusting as the season went on. You know, you eventually broke into the lineup, and it was legendary from there. I'll tell you that. We were very surprised at especially your defense and the contributions that you gave on the court, and then your never wavering attitude. And so we were really proud about that. So my second question is, do you have any personal goals that you set for yourself as far as this summer, or do you have any goals for next season?
Well, I go into every summer just wanting to work the hardest that I've worked so we can come into the season strong. Um, I just want to get better, just get better in every way I can and really hit it hard in the summer so that I'll be prepared for the season.
It sounds great. And so, of course, as you know, we're living in some very, very, I would say, hard times right now, some confusing times. And so with that, how have you adjusted to life in quarantine? How have you maintained staying in shape and working on your game during these hard times?
Well, our weight coach, Coach Cole, has gave us a lot of body weight workouts to do while we're at home since we don't really have access to a weight room. But a lot of running outside. We have team competitions. Our coaches send different workouts to do every day to see how much we can do of this or how much we can do of that, just to keep us competing and keep us fresh. And because competing is one of the most important things I feel like to have within a team.
Yeah.
And I actually went out and bought a basketball goal and put it in my driveway here in Abilene. So I've been doing a lot of shooting on that just to stay fresh.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear, especially as a coach. So here's an important part for you. As I said in the beginning, you're the only projected senior as of right now that we have coming in. So as the only projected senior on the roster, how do you plan on leading the younger guys? Because if you look down on our potential roster for the next season, we're a really young team.
Mm-hmm.
And so how
Yeah,
do you plan on leading those younger guys?
I talked to Coach Brackett at the end of our last season, and I told him that I really wanted to take up the leadership role, and I wanted to make that one of my main priorities, and that comes with educating the younger guys about how the college game works. And with my experience, I've played at the Division I level, I've played at the Division III level, so I feel like I have a lot of knowledge to bring on to these new kids coming in and the young guys. So another way I would like to do that is bring it every day, every practice, every workout, and just get everybody competing and go on 100% every day and get guys to bring it all the time. And if we work at that level throughout the year, I feel like we'll end up in a better position than we could even hope for.
Yeah, and that's something that you were obviously known for last season is, Chase Cobb never took a day off. And we did see later on down the season it rub off on a lot of guys. You went head to head very often with a lot of our guys. And I think at the end of the season, it did make us, head and shoulders way better than we were at the beginning.
Yeah, competition just makes everybody better. I feel like even when it gets physical, sometimes it always comes from a good place in my heart. I just want to make other guys better, make myself better, because I know when I'm getting my opponent's best in practice, I know that practice should be even harder than a game should be, so that we're prepared for the game. So That's how I think of it.
Well, that's awesome. Well, now we're going to get to a little more personal questions, I call it, that don't have as much to do with basketball. Obviously, we're stuck in the house. And
Yeah.
so what are some shows that you're currently hooked on or binge watching?
Well, one show that I can't miss comes on every Sunday, 2 episodes, The Last Dance. I've been watching that every chance I can. I feel like that's the main thing I've been watching since I've been home.
Speaking of The Last Dance, what is one or a couple, it doesn't matter, what is a couple things that you've taken away from watching that? Because obviously it has taken the basketball world, the social media world, the sports world by storm. And so
For
what are a
sure.
couple things that you've taken away from that documentary?
A few things I've taken away from it is, especially for the most recent one, I feel like Dennis Rodman's a guy who brought it every day.
Yeah.
And at every game, every possession. And I feel like that's one of the big themes I see throughout it is bringing it every possession of every game. And that just works wonders. And I just really enjoy all the Michael Jordan stories. I mean, I've heard a lot of them, but they still have some in here that I haven't heard before. And
Yeah.
I just feel like it's very interesting and just great for basketball.
Agreed. What is your favorite snack during this quarantine time?
Oh man, that's a tough question. Because I'm not really a big snack eater, but I guess any type of cookie, that's what I would eat
Yeah.
most of.
Well, see, me personally, I'm a Star Crunch guy. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's really good. If you've never had it, I would strongly advise next time you go to Walmart with your mask on, you pick up a box of Star Crunch because I personally love Star Crunch. So,
We'll have to
and
try it.
probably the last question that we'll have for you here is, we obviously here at Hardin-Simmons on our basketball team, we have a lot of guys that love video games, all right?
For
Are
sure.
you one of those guys that love video games?
Yeah, I would consider myself one of those guys. I play a lot of NBA 2K, and that's what I mostly play. I play a little bit of the Call of Duties and stuff, but mostly NBA 2K20.
What is your guy in what is your my career player in 2K20? What's his specialty?
He's a shooter,
Of
of
course.
course.
Of course he is. Well, Chase, I really appreciate you taking your time out of your day to, do this little interview and let the people know what's going on during these times. We'll have more players on as the weeks go. So everybody that's wondering what's going on with Hardin-Simmons basketball, you'll get your answer soon. And so I really, really appreciate it, Chase.
Yeah, man, no problem.
All right. Have a blessed day.
Man, you too.